Guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since we took a look at our innovative chicken house over here, and I believe some people might even never have seen it. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing it with you and sharing our experience with it. I mean, it has been an awesome chicken house. It has worked perfectly. It's now what, 3 years since we built it. So we just want to check it out, just show you guys the breeder birds that are inside here. I just had my bath. I'm clean. In my clean overall, in my clean gumboot. Can you see the gumboots? Yeah, the blue gumboots right there at the bottom. And I'm going to be showing you and taking you around our innovative chicken house and show you guys how it's functioning perfectly to ensure that we are producing awesome chickens. I mean, just recently I was reading a comment section on one of the videos and someone was like, these birds have provided for him chicks. I mean, layers, commercial layers that have given him 98% production. I mean, that's really crazy. I mean, 98% production means out of 100 chickens, you get 98 birds giving you eggs. That's really crazy, really crazy. And that doesn't come as a mistake. I mean, there's particular things we do right here to ensure that everything turns out the best way so that we get the best results. People's birds don't get sick. They produce for a long time. They give them big eggs. Everything is done well, of course, in connection with the farmer themselves. If the farmer raises the birds well, that increases the likelihood of everything being successful. So first, I'll tell you about this chicken house. So as you can see, the chicken house is quite long. I mean, quite long. So it measures 100 meters in length by about 12 meters in width. I believe it's 12 meters, not 15 meters, yeah? 100 meters by 12 meters. And at the bottom floor, we can keep 5,000 birds. At the top floor, 5,000 birds. That is for breeders. The thing with breeder chickens is that the spacing is very different from commercial chickens. For commercial layers, if you're keeping commercial layers, i.e. the birds that you use for producing eggs, those are the very same birds I also keep on my other farm, you know, the commercial layer farm. These are the very exact birds from inside here. They are birds we hatch from here. So if you're doing that, you can do about 6 birds per square meter. But for breeders, you do 3.8 birds per square meter. That's if you're doing layer breeders. For broiler breeders, it's about 3.5 birds per square meter. So I mean, this space inside here, we are using it to keep about, 5,000 at the top, 5,000 at the bottom. That makes it 10,000. If you're doing commercial layers, you can keep almost 10,000 birds inside here, maybe about 8,000. So that means 16,000 for the bottom and up, maybe about 15,000, 16,000 for bottom and up. And if you're keeping commercial broilers, I mean, that would get really crazy because with commercial broilers, you can even keep up to a spacing of 13 birds per square meter. So if we were doing commercial broilers inside here, we'd probably keep about 30,000 birds in this house or even more. So it's a big house. I mean, it's a really big house. Now, as you can see, it's 2 floors. And what the 2 floors ensures is that the chicken house doesn't take up a lot of space. It's very innovative. It doesn't take up a lot of space since you can keep birds going upwards. Now, of course, for me right here, I have a big farm. I mean, I have 400 acres and I needn't try to keep space. But this is something I did not only for my own advantage, but to show you guys that even on a large scale or on a small scale, you can do a double-storied house. I mean, this house is quite high. The ceiling is quite high. It's nothing small. From the bottom to the top of the very first floor should be about, 12 feet. About 12 feet. It's about 23.5 and 4 meters. So that's a really tall house, a really tall house. So what you need to do is make sure that the aeration is good. I mean, it's really aerated, as you can see on the side. We have enough space for aeration, same thing with the top floor. That ensures that we have enough air on the inside. But I think let's first not waste a lot of time. Let's get inside and I'll show you guys exactly what's happening. So we'll, disinfect our boots right inside here. Take a bit of the ramp and then we'll get in through this door. And right inside here, you can see the chickens. I mean, if you see the females, they look like they're going to die. You know why? Because they're consistently being mounted, yeah? So these are what they call breeder birds. And if you see inside, we have males like this, these brown ones, huge males, and we have females. These are the females. Some of them have been battered more than others, yeah? You can see almost all of them at the bottom, towards the tail feather, you can see that they barely have any feather. And that's because it's where the males step when they are mounting them to ensure, there's one mounting right here. So you can just see it right there. Yeah? So it's where the males step to ensure that the eggs are fertilized. Yeah? So that's the story of literally all the females inside here. Yeah, so we have the males and the females. The males have to mount the females to ensure that the eggs that are laid inside the laying boxes are fertilized. So we'll just move over. We put these discs Can you see these discs? We put these discs just to take away their boredom, you know, in the evenings. Once they are done feeding, they just peck on them, you know, play around with them. They're a great innovation. Then you can see the females right there. Those are the laying boxes. These are very innovating laying boxes, like I've already shared with you guys, yeah? So the birds lay their eggs inside there, and the eggs will get rolled onto the outside, yeah? I think the guys just finished collecting the eggs. I think a few of them can be seen right here. So the guys will place the trays here at the beginning of every day, and then they'll just come, collect the eggs, place them there, and take away the egg. So as you can see, you know, the birds are busy laying their eggs, and this is why they lay their egg. So this is a very innovative method. It reduces the number of times anyone has to enter the house. Once in a while, you'll find the birds laying eggs in corners, like here. This is what we call floor eggs. It's very rare, but possible, you know, floor eggs right here. So I'll just pick them up, you know, just place them here, right there. The guys will come and collect them later on. So about once every day, we have someone get inside the chicken house and just look around for the floor egg, because once in a while the birds lay their eggs on the floor. That happens in most chicken houses. You try to minimize it as much as possible, but once in a while it happens. So someone will pass in and collect all the floor eggs, which are usually not too many, and then place them on 2 trays or inside the laying boxes, and then they are taken away. So I can see a few of them. I've already seen maybe 4 or 5 of them. Right there you can see another floor egg, I think here, and another one right here. So I'll just pick them up, place them inside here. You know, you can see how they roll. And they never break. That's the interesting bit. They never break. And the reason they don't break is because the slope is gentle enough. So the slope is about 14 degrees, very gentle. It ensures that the egg can roll at a good enough speed without it breaking, yeah? The slope is good enough for the egg to roll, but not too quick that when the egg rolls, it will break. So that's what we do inside here. Also, you can see the side of the chicken house. I mean, from here all the way to the top. These chicken houses, guys, are really tall. I mean, another me can stand right inside here, and I'll be very safe. I wouldn't hit the top over there because they are really tall, and the purpose of that is to ensure that it's properly aerated. I mean, it's very, very nicely aerated here. I'm inside here and I can't smell anything. I mean, I can sit inside here and have food from inside here. And so the whole goal is to ensure that you have good air circulation inside here. We have perfect air circulation, the birds are properly spaced. But in addition to that, I'm going to be showing you our feeding system. So right there you can see the birds feeding, yeah, isn't it? You can see our feeder. This is the feeder, and you can see birds feeding at the bottom right there, you know, very clearly. You can see the birds feeding. Now, no one moves inside this chicken house to distribute feed. I mean, since I moved in, the only thing you've seen inside is me. Yeah, you haven't seen any other person inside here. It's just me, and it's a very long house. I mean, from there right through to the very end, it's just one chicken house. But what we do is that we have a piping system that brings in feed from the very top. I believe I moved to the top so that I show you guys. But the feed is provided from the top without anyone coming, and then it just pours into the feeder. So without moving inside the chicken house, you can ensure that feed is provided right here without any need of people moving into the house. So ideally, if you count the number of times that they collect eggs, maybe 5-6 times every day, then the number of times someone has to put feed, maybe 10 people or 5 people will need to move inside here to put the feed in a day. That's a lot of exposure of the chickens to diseases, a lot of exposure to the potential diseases. So we reduce that risk by making sure that the food is automated. So like I've said, someone only enters this chicken house once a day, just once, to collect the floor eggs, but number 2, to make sure that there are no mortalities. You know, someone can move along the edge. If they see any mortalities means birds that have died, they can come inside and pick them. And also to make sure that everything is intact, you know, the birds are comfortable, everything is okay, there's nothing being messed up. So once a day, someone needs to enter. Unlike, you know, if you had to have people enter here maybe 6 times a day, let's say 4 people 6 times a day, that's already 24 entries. Then maybe feeding the birds, you will feed the birds twice a day. So let's imagine 4 people again entering twice a day, that's already 8 entries. So that's about 35 entries, you know, to just feed the birds and collect the eggs. Compared to 1 entry only, it reduces the risk of diseases inside the chicken house. And that reflects in the productivity. I mean, just look at my birds. Yeah, I consistently share my birds with you guys, the birds on my other farm. the commercial layers that I get right from these breeders right here, you can see that they perform really, really well. But also, like I've already shared, other farmers who buy the birds from me, who buy the birds from my parents' stock right here, they will tell you how well the birds perform, how beautifully the birds perform. I mean, they just perform nicely, yeah? So it's not a mistake. It's not like something that just happens coincidentally, no. There is intentional things that we do to ensure that the risk of getting diseases for other farmers is minimized. So we'll just move around a little bit, you know. It's a really huge house, guys, yeah? You can see the birds. The birds love, you know, following me. You can see that I've just been standing there and almost all the birds are there. This side, you can see that there's a lot of spacing, but right there, a lot of the birds are piled there. So we'll just move around, you know. It's still morning, so a lot of the birds are laying. A lot of the birds are laying. I mean, just look inside the laying boxes. A lot of the birds are inside there, just laying. Inside here, in the middle of the house, we have what we call dangerous substitutes. So if you see inside here, we only have males. You can see if we can open it. We only have males inside here, right there. I think you can see inside there. I won't try to open it because if I open, one of them might escape or a female might get inside there. But yeah, you can see we only have males inside here. It's caged, and that's to ensure that these are substitute males. Once in a while, one of the males might get ill, its leg might get broken, it might get damaged, and also they get tired of mounting. So when males get tired of mounting, what we do is that we just switch them, place them inside here, and then get the ones which are inside here, place them on the outside. So it's like a cycle, yeah, to ensure that, you know, these ones also rest a bit, and then the ones that are beaten also come inside here, and then we put these ones outside. So that is a place for dangerous males. And then inside here we have the damaged females, yeah. The females that are a bit damaged, we isolate them just inside here to make sure that they get better before they can move out. You can see our litter. I believe this time for litter we use rice husks, and they are very intact. The litter is very, very intact. I mean, it's a huge deep layer that we have inside here. Getting to the bottom would be quite hard for me. So this is the litter that we have. This is very beautiful, very, very beautiful. We have light bulbs, as you can see, inside there, which we use for light stimulation for laying inside the chicken house. And also the birds, the male birds can be quite defensive. If you move towards it, you know, it acts like, you know, it wants to attack you. You can see it, yeah? It's not backing off, it's not trying to move away, acting like I'm the threat, you know? So we'll just get closer, you know, take a look at the birds. Very beautiful inside here, calm. The aeration is perfect. We don't have bad air inside here. It's just beautiful inside here. So we'll move up the ramp, guys, so you can see right where the birds are fed from, yeah? So usually the ramp has a very gentle slope. I mean, you can see it right here, yeah? It's a very gentle slope to ensure that the guys can get to the top using a wheelbarrow or something like that without getting a problem. So like I shared before, we're using a pulley system. You can see this rope is what holds the pulley system, but it just got an issue recently. So it's not being utilized at the moment. And then we'll move up the ramp. We'll continue our journey up the ramp because this is what helps with our biosecurity right here on the farm. Very, very important. Very important to make sure that we don't have diseases. So let's get in. So right from here, you can see the guys have even already brought a bag of feed. So we'll probably get in using this door. So right here, you can see. And the guys have even left the funnel right here. So this is the funnel. One of the funnels they use. Yeah, it's a metallic funnel. It was just welded by us right from here on the farm. So what the guys do is that they'll just use this cup, pick feed. It's a predetermined number of cups that they use, maybe 3 or 4 cups. Pick it, pour it inside here. The feed will go down through the pipe and go down to the chickens. So then, as you can see, there's a rail in the middle here. This is exactly where the wheelbarrows move. So the goal is to ensure that we minimize interaction with the birds themselves. So as you can see, the feeding is done right from here at the top. Here we have one floor, and then we have another floor at the bottom. So the feeding is done here. Currently, we don't have any birds. We don't have any birds here. We're going to have birds coming here very soon. So what that ensures is that we have literally no physical interaction between the guys who are feeding and then collecting the eggs with the birds themselves. Besides the one single person who moves in to collect the floor egg, check out the birds, there's nothing else that needs to be done. I think it's beautiful, yeah? Really, really beautiful. That ensures that my clients get the very best in terms of birds on the farm. And also at the top right here, we have a very beautiful view. I'll show it to you guys. So right here, we have a tank. It's 1,000 liters. We use it for supplying the chickens. And then you can see the farm right from here. You know, a very, very beautiful view of the farm. You can see this is the cattle shed where you keep the cattle. There's someone slashing. As you can see, there are areas that have been slashed. So there's someone slashing. And then when we move over to this side, you can see a lot of the rest of the farm from this side. Let's move over. You can see the goat house over there in the distance. You know, I think the goats are even still in. We've zoomed in here. You can see the goat house right there. And we have other poultry structures right in the distance. It's quite a while, a distance away from here. This is the unit where the guys process the eggs from. You know, they prepare and process the eggs from inside here before they are moved over to the hatchery. So generally, this is a very beautiful view of the farm, and like I've already shared with you guys, it ensures that I produce and get the very best for my clients without making compromises. So tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I mean, if you haven't ordered farm up chicks, you've delayed. I mean, you've delayed. We have awesome chicks, both for layers and broilers. You can actually order. I usually leave our contacts in the description of each and every video that I put up if you want to order chicks. So you can check it out, you know, order chicks with us and you'll get supplied, yeah? Get supplied with awesome chicks. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, smash the notification bell. That way you never miss out on an upload. Catch you very soon with another video. Lots of love. Bye-bye.